Welcome back, True Seeker. Friday night, November 16th, 2018, the Minnesota Timberwolves debuted the Prince jerseys in tribute to the fallen musician who died April 21st, 2016, and who was honored earlier this year at the Super Bowl, which was hosted in Minnesota. And if you missed my video on this from November 1st, I want to follow up with what I was saying then. The game has now been played, and I said, just watch. There'll be a Prince tribute in the game. Notice the Timberwolves won with 112 points. That's not an accident. Again, everything about the world of sports is a perfect script. And people call me crazy for saying that sports are using technology to ensure scores, but I'm not wrong. You know, we live in a world of advanced technology. The thing about 112 is this. Prince died on April 21st, 2016, which was a leap year. That was the 112th day of the year. Prince died on the 112th day of the year. The word mathematics in Gematria sums to 112. And think about that. 1 + 1 is 2. Also, with regards to this game being in Minnesota, Super Bowl sums to 112. Prince from Minnesota, just honored at the Super Bowl earlier this year, February 4th, 2018. What are the odds? Now, in the all-time series, before last night's game was played, the record was this. The Timberwolves had 33 wins against the Blazers. The Blazers had 81 wins against the Timberwolves. And last night, the Timberwolves picked up their 34th win. We talked about this November 1st. Prince equals 34. Purple equals 34. They were purple jerseys in tribute to Prince, just like how the day of his death, they lit up Niagara Falls purple, which is the hometown of Vanity, who was Prince's ex-girlfriend. And if you weren't following me in 2016, I predicted that Prince would die shortly after the death of Vanity, the day that Vanity died. She died before the 58th Grammys. Purple Rain equals 58 in Gematria, just like Freemasonry, just like secret society. So the Timberwolves pick up the 34th win against the Blazers with the purple jerseys in the ritual. Now, again, in Gematria, there's 4 base ciphers, meaning each word will have 4 numerical outputs. And Prince sums to 34. Prince also sums to 65. This game was played November 16, 2018. A date was 65 numerology. 11 plus 16 plus 20 plus 18. Also, Prince in our most pure cipher sums to 38. Like Oregon, where the Blazers are from. Like Minnesota, where he died. Like Chanhassen, where his home was, that was turned into a museum on October 6th. And we're going to get to why it was October 6th. You know? If you were watching my work when Prince died, I put out about 30 videos on his death. My channel's been deleted 18 times since then, so that content doesn't exist anymore, but it's mostly all in my book, you know. Got a very long section on the death of Prince and all the rituals tied into it and how it connected to the world of sports, including, you know, the retirement of Prince Fielder, which was no accident. Whole world is scripted madness when it comes to entertainment. Music, basketball, baseball, football, it's all interconnected, and you can see it when you know this code. Keep in mind the word murder is also 38. So you see these emphasized headlines here. Anytime the media emphasizes something, there's coding there. Wolves players react to fire Prince jerseys. Fire 38, not an accident. See how they emphasize Prince Night here? The Timberwolves Twitter went all in for Prince Night in Minnesota. What's up with that? Prince Night equals 57, like I Would Die For You. His hit song that he recorded in 83, 33 years before his death. And remember what 4 is? April. Remember what U is? The 21st letter. What's 4U? 421. I Would Die 421, like the day he died. All things we were talking about before he died. Knowing the code. Now, here's how the 4 base ciphers work. The dark green's the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, up to Z, the 26 letters, 26. The next cipher is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So A still 1, B still 2, C still 3. Where it changes is when you get to J, the 10th letter. J's not 10 in this cipher. It's the numerology of 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, so J is 1. K, the 11th letter, becomes 1 plus 1 is 2. L, the 12th letter, becomes 1 plus 2 is 3. M, the 13th, 1 plus 3 is 4. So I would die for you 51 here. This last cipher is the reverse alphabetic order, making Z1, counting back to A is 26. Just going in reverse alphabetic order. And the last cipher is the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Notice I would die for you 57, Prince Knight 57, conspiracy 57. His death was a conspiracy. And he died at age 57. He died 319 days after his 57th birthday. If I remember right, when you write out 319, it equals 57, like how Prince had a song about 319. Yeah, and that same cipher, 319, 57. Notice the Blazers also lost with 96. Blazers went down with 96. That's another Freemason number 2. Just using the alphabetic order, Freemasons 96. Letting you know who's responsible for it. And think about what the Freemason logo is. Instruments of geometry around a G. I want you to see that mathematics is 112. This game was played on the day, leaving 45 days left in the year, November 16th, 2018. It was also a date with 45 numerology this year, 11 plus 16 plus 18. Geometry is 45. Geometry, instruments of geometry around the capital G in the Freemason logo. The compass is set at 47 degrees. Prince died 47 days before his birthday. Think about Prince and Morris Day and the time. This was this game played last night where the T-Wolves picked up their 34th win against the Blazers. It was the 115th all time. For one more Masonry tribute, Masonics got that Gematria of 115. So does Killing. Plural of Freemasons is also 115. And just as another reminder, I talked about this the day of his death. The day Prince died, ESPN covered all day how the Warriors were big Prince's fan and they were going to play his music for the rest of the season. The last NBA game Prince attended was a Warriors game versus the Thunder back when Durant was on the Thunder. And this is what was so interesting about that game. It was March 3rd, 3-3, like how Prince recorded I Would Die For You 33 years before his death. 1983, the same year the song Murder by Numbers came out. Murder 83. Song's about killing people as simple as ABC 1, 2, 3 by the Police. But the last game Prince went to, the Warriors won 121-106. And this game was in Golden State. Check this out. How tall is Oracle Arena? That's where the Warriors play, right? 106 feet tall, and not by accident. Oracle has to do with future telling. Prophecy equals 106. And don't forget that the Warriors are originally from Philadelphia, a city that gets its name from Revelation, the book of prophecy from the Bible. And you see how prophecy is 52? So is Minnesota. That's why they hosted Super Bowl 52. You know, even Prince's hometown, Chanhassen, 52. Prince said on the Tavis Smiley show, all we can go by is prophecy. But anyway, the Warriors went down, or the Warriors won 121-106 over the Thunder. If you add that score together, it's 227 points, which is the 49th prime number. 227 is the 49th prime. And Prince died exactly 49 days after that game that he attended. You see the 1 month and 18 days? Found dead in an elevator. And the day Vanity died, I said why Prince was going to die. How Prince is connected to this number. His full name, Prince Rogers Nelson, has that Gematria of 118. In Jewish Gematria, the word death is 118. Kim Porter just died the other day on the 319th day of the year. Kim Porter, 118. She's got 118 birth numerology, too. It's a number that's found around these suspicious deaths all the time. But Prince died 49 days after the game. It was a Warriors game. Warriors with the alphabetic order and rules of numerology is 49. This is just the old cipher up here. But Warriors with the alphabetic order 121. This year on the day leaving 49 days left in the year, the Warriors lost to the Clippers. The Clippers scored 121. These numbers are used again and again in these rituals when you know the code. You see how often it happens. But back when Prince died, I only knew these two ciphers, the alphabetic order and the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. I didn't know the reverse. I didn't see the other side of the equation. I did know Jewish back then, but this is what I talked about back then. You know? So it's all a script. That's what you need to understand. And something else to understand is this. 93. It's the number that represents time. It's the number that represents Saturn, the keeper of time. It's a number that's connected to death and judgment. Minneapolis, Minnesota, alphabetic order and rules of numerology. This is our most pure cipher. If there was just one cipher you could take home, it's this one. Minneapolis, Minnesota is 93. Minnesota Timberwolves is 93. And Minneapolis is on the 93rd meridian. Who won the Super Bowl last year in Minneapolis, you remember? The team from Philadelphia, the land of prophecy. Philadelphia Eagles, 93. All four of the ciphers are important. But the dark blue one comes up the most. Anyway, from Prince's death to this Jersey tribute, look how many days it was. 939. Do you think that was an accident? 939. It's amazing that I have critics. It's amazing that I have so many naysayers. All I've ever been doing is showing an undeniable code, predicting things left and right, you know, from Prince's death, one of many. Last year I said why it would be a Patriots and Eagles Super Bowl on September 23rd. You know, called a lot of Super Bowls, lots of sports championships. Said why we'd see celebrity deaths November 15th, 2018. Kim Porter, Roy Clark. They first reported the man who wrote Little House on the Prairie died on that day too, and then they changed it later to he died the following morning. So interesting, but this is what it is. By the way, the T-Wolves won by 16. In our most pure cipher, 16 is one of two numbers that sums to 33. The other is 90. And you might remember that the day Prince died, the Queen turned 90, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth. Prince was 57, a difference of 33 years. These are the only two numbers that sum to 33, right? 16 and 90. Try it out if you don't believe me. Write out 1 through 100. You'll prove it to yourself. But also, Masonry is 33. Secrecy is 33. Order is 33. Prince recorded, I would die for you in 83, 33 years before his death. Murder by Numbers came out in 83. And speaking of murder in 79, what did the Timberwolves improve their record to last night? 7-9? The 7-1 at home makes me think of this, knowing it's all perfect script. Royal 71. Like the royal family, like Queen Elizabeth. You notice Royal's 26 in that cipher. So it's Queen Elizabeth. She began her reign on February 6th. She had her coronation on June 2nd. Two dates that can be written, 2/6. This is the code of the world elite. So I don't know how anyone can deny it. You know, I went on somebody's podcast recently, and he had to delete the podcast after because he said I made him look crazy saying that sports are rigged by a code. Meanwhile, here's prediction or proof, you know, I don't know, proof number 10,000 in the last 5 years. Must be somewhere close to there. So. Again, you want to learn more about this code, thing to do is pick up this book right here, Letters and Numbers. Come read the reviews. Funny, it's at 106 reviews right now. Didn't realize that. Prince said all we could go by is prophecy. If you've never seen Prince's interview on Tavis Smiley, you should go back and watch it. He said a lot of important things. He also said why they're spraying the skies with chemicals. And that was way back, I believe, in 2009. Most people weren't talking about it back then. Instead, they're putting the chemicals in the sky to mess with your mood, your attitude, your behavior. Reminds me of what Kurt Vonnegut said. Kurt Vonnegut, he said, all we are is chemicals. And how, our chemicals are disturbed is what influences what we are. Kurt Vonnegut, his brother was a scientist. He figured out how to, if you don't know who Kurt Vonnegut is, look him up. He wrote the book, Cat's Cradle. There's this chemical compound in that story, Ice-9. It's a chemical that has the ability to destroy the world. His brother was a scientist who experimented with cloud seeding, putting the chemicals in the sky to increase rainfall. So go listen to what Prince said. Go listen to what Kurt Vonnegut said. Two men that were both killed by the code, too. But yeah, come read the reviews for my book. Got any doubts about this book, just come read the reviews. So, a lot of people here say it's the best book they ever read, which is pretty high praise. And it's all 5-star reviews. It took me 5 years to write, so, And why is it priced at $5? Because people tell me that's all they can afford. So I got the price where you can afford it. And again, publisher told me that if I can prove that this book's got a market for 10,000 sales, they might be interested in putting it in print. And it really needs to be in print so people can have it in their hands. It's an ebook. It's an instant download. If you buy it, you're more than welcome to print it. You're more than welcome to print multiple copies. You're more than welcome to email the digital copy to your friends and family if you just buy one copy. So you can buy one copy and send it off to 100 people. And, just as a warning, you might be surprised by how many people just dismiss it in an instant without even knowing anything about it. That's the one miracle, how people just continue to deny what is so apparent. Oh, 4 ciphers, that's too many. You can probably do anything. It's like saying that if you could pull 4 numbers out of a hat, you could win the lottery every time. You can't. Plus, you learn all 4 ciphers. You see how it all lines up. Again, things like witch, broom, they're the exact same in all 4 ciphers. Gavel, judge, all same in all 4 ciphers. And it's not a coincidence that judges wear witches' gowns. And it's not a coincidence that we associate witches with casting spells. And we call spelling forming words in English. You read the first chapter in my book, you'll learn why there's 26 letters in the English alphabet, what it has to do with the word spell, and a whole lot more. Give you a little preview. Spells 26, letters 26. It's codes and tribute to God. Adam's made in the 26th verse of the Bible on the 6th day. It's all those things are 26. That's just the first page of the book. There's about 15 more pages to that first chapter of important things you need to know. Or you can just say it's all a coincidence. All right, Truth Seeker, gotta run. Appreciate all you guys out in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to support. I got to be on Patreon here pretty soon. Otherwise, I'd come visit with you guys. I'll probably be back later today. And don't forget to subscribe either and share the video. And one more thing I got to promote. If you're on Facebook, I don't know these men personally, but they started this page called Daily Dose of Gematria for people who are trying to share this work. Daily Dose of Gematria. So you can come here. They're looking for people who want to be moderators to help share the work. There they are right there messaging me. But come like the page, come join the page, come contribute to the page. They're trying to get the word out on this knowledge. So Daily Dose of Gematria, if you're on Facebook. And if you did want to get the book, it's linked in the description of every video. All you got to do is, here. To navigate. Oh, there's the chat. Down below each video, if you scroll down, you can get the book right here. You can donate here. You can join the Patreon. Sports picks here. Gematria school every Tuesday night. Daily podcast Monday through Friday with a call-in line. Call in, ask me questions. Just $1 a month for the daily podcast. Friday night sports picks. But it's all linked down below if you want to support. All right, you guys. Appreciate you hitting the likes in the chat. We'll be back later. Until next time.